Okay, everyone. Well, welcome to Hooked on Smallmouth. My name is Ron Churchy, and today I'm going to mount Boonedox landing gear, Groovy landing gear, onto my NRS Kuda 126. The good news is it should go pretty smooth because I already have track installed, and I've already installed the Groovy Boonedox onto my kayak, my Old Town. So I'm pretty familiar with the installation. There's my Old Town here. You can see the Boonedox landing gear there. The other thing is I didn't have to buy the entire complete kit for the NRS Kuda, because I just had to buy the hardware, the actual knuckles here and the brackets to mount to the kayak and the track, because I can use the same wheels with this kayak and also with the NRS. So it saved me a couple $100, and I've kind of got it kind of just dry fitted a little bit, and I know where I got to cut off. I'm going to keep the edge of this knuckle right here at the edge of this bracket. I need to cut back probably 3 inches because that you can see, I'm guessing without measuring it, it's probably about 3 inches right here that slides into that knuckle, and keep it pretty even along with that edge right here on both sides, and it should go together pretty easily. That's what I say, this installation is going to be a lot easier because you have track and you're just using track hardware, where on the Old Town you've got to go up inside the kayak and mount, cut some. What I did is took some plastic cutting board that I bought at Walmart and installed it. You can see right here where I installed blocks of that, but I also put that underneath to stiffen up this plastic, because this plastic's not that thick, and this is a lot of weight. The Boonedox, I mean, when you're holding this kayak with, a battery for your trolling motor and all kinds of gear and stuff, it's a lot of stress on the rotomolded kayak. So anyhow, this took a little bit of time to do that. This one, I imagine it should only take me about an hour to do it, and it should be done. So let me go ahead and get started, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and mark my track, or measure how long my track needs to be. So I'm going to look at this. I got 3 1/4 inches to the edge of that. I'm going to go 4 inches. Give me some wiggle room. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want this knuckle, the edge of this knuckle, to be at the edge of this approximately. I'm not being exact, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a piece of tape. You gotta love your painter's tape. Go ahead and get a little piece of that. Go back 4 inches. Okay. Need a marker. Marker in my pocket. Go ahead and measure that. And it doesn't have to be exact. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I've got that right there around that edge already. And okay, get another little piece of tape. Mark it at 4 inches. Sorry. Fumbling around here with my tape measure. Sorry for some of the bad filming. I'm using a chest cam. I don't have anyone out here filming it for me or holding the camera. So hopefully you got that. I marked that. I'm gonna go back and make sure I didn't screw up anything over here when I moved that knuckle. It looks pretty close. So I'm going to measure what the distance is, the length between those marks, and I've got 21 and a quarter. That's what I'm going to cut this track. So they send you, you know, a long enough track. They pretty much fit on all, you know, any kayak. So, but you got to cut it off. So 21 and a quarter. Get my marker out again. Sorry about that. Okay, and then we can cut that with a sawzall or a hacksaw or whatever. So I guess I'll probably cut it with a hacksaw. Let's see how hard that's gonna be. So where's the hacksaw? Okay, so look, that blade's a little dull, but it did the job. Pretty square cut. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and file that off a little bit. We get a file. So that's going to be my track. Okay, so you see the knuckles, and you get some set threaded for some set screws there, right? So they're all right here. Let me see. Got a whole bunch of hardware here. Hopefully I got everything. Get some set screws here. Definitely going to use some Loctite on that. So I'm gonna, let's see, get some Loctite. Get the correct size Allen. Okay. Looks like this. Most stuff's metric nowadays, but this is gonna be SAE. That's too big. Okay, there we go. We'll get our Loctite and put some on there. Again, I'm using the blue Loctite. I don't want something that's, I want it to set, but I don't want it to where you can't get it off. Take it back apart if you need to. Okay. Go ahead and get that started. Just start it. I'm not gonna do the same thing for the next one. Okay. Put some Loctite on it. Okay, do the same thing. Okay, get that started. I'm gonna do the same thing with this knuckle. Again, I'm putting these threads. I want the them to be on the same side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them back out like that, so I can easily tighten them up like this, and then I gotta anchor them down. So I do have a plan. Okay. Oops. Okay. There's another little bit of dab of Loctite. Get this one. This one's contrary. Now, an actual Boonedox comes with a little tube of Loctite, so you don't have to. Something actually you don't have to buy, but I always have. I have some around in the shop here. Because I'm always doing something, either just for around the house or to my kayak, so it just makes sense to have some handy. So this is going to tighten up. We'll set that. Again, we want that out there like that. I want about 4 inches back, right? So that should be good. Good, tighten that down or snug it. I'm gonna go crazy. See, that way it's given 4 inches back into the end of this knuckle for your wheels, you know, that your Boonedox landing, your landing gear to actually go in. You basically pull it out and flip it up, or pull it out and flip it down to where it would move your kayak. I mean, it's a great, you know, you just wheel it on down to the boat ramp, throw it in the water, and pull the gear out and then up and take it with you. It's not that heavy. Measure back 4 inches again. That should get, let's see, should be pretty close. Yeah, that's it right there. So I'm just gonna snug it down. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy with it right now. I might have to make a minor adjustment. And this doesn't have to be exact again. I mean, I wanted to look, I mean, I try to make things, at least to the eye, look exact. As you know, somebody, you know, you pull up to the boat ramp and somebody say, well, that's, you know, you could tell someone cared about how they rigged something. So, but then that looks like it's going to be good. So I'm going to snug it down. But as far as for the landing gear, it really doesn't really matter. We'll just snug it up. And trust me, if you haven't used the Boonedox landing gear, I recommend. It's expensive, but it's well worth it if you're using those little carts you slide under your kayak, or the ones that go up through your scuppers. Trust me, you'll love these. I mean, you'll hate having to write that check or use that credit card because it's probably about $400 total kit. But you can see I can use them with, you know, I paid $150 for this kit, which is still kind of expensive in my mind for a little bit. But again, you know, you got people to create this stuff have to make some money off of it. They can't give it away. So I get it. Yeah, it's expensive, you know, but it's great because it goes with your kayak, you know. And when I go and take both kayaks or have somebody go along with me, we take both kayaks. We can just take that one down, take one down put it in the water, throw an anchor out or whatever, and then tape the wheels up and the landing gear and then slide it right in there and take this one on down to the water. So, to me, it's well worth it. Man, I have no sponsors or anything like that, so I'm not trying to sell Boonedox. I'm just telling you that, you know, if I didn't like it on my first kayak, over there at Old Town's my first kayak. If I didn't like it, I definitely wouldn't be putting it on this kayak. So I tried to use this kayak. I did use this kayak with the one that just slides on her, and you use a whole bunch of straps and strap it to it, and it was just, and never mind. This is a lot better. It's part of your kayak. Okay, so now, let's say now all I have to do is remove my tape. I've got that anchor down enough now. I'm gonna keep this rope underneath here. That's my motor reverse lock rope or string. So now what I'm gonna do, I got to get rid of this temporarily so I can slide. I'll say the track. The only thing bad about the track is well, it's pretty good stuff, but it's kind of a pain when if you don't have areas where you got to slide another, you know, something else you want to slide in here. It's kind of be a pain, and I don't know, I lose my train of thought. But now I gotta, you know, so say take this apart, put this in here. Slide it. You know, I had to move everything out of the way. Get this in the groove of the track. If I can do it. It's fighting me a little bit. Maybe I need to loosen up just a little bit. There we go. Lift that up. Okay. Do another one. Do another one of these together. Put the track on there. I'm not going to use Loctite on this. Can always snug it down. So I've decided I'm going to go ahead and just, since I don't have the right hardware, I can use these I guess what would say track bolts, and just use nuts and then take the Sawzall gently and take my time and cut them off. I'll use these black nuts, the nylon, have the nylon in them, and so they'll get tight, and that should work good enough. Keep me going. I don't want to, you know, have to come back to this, and it'll be sufficient. So that's what I plan to do. So now I'm going to go over here and start mounting this. And let's see, do I have enough of those? Let's see if I got another one out there. I'll probably still order some hardware just to have it. Like I said, I always try to, the previous video I taped, always try to have extra hardware around. You just never know when you're gonna need it. And this track hardware, you can't just go to Lowe's and Home Depot to get it. So that's my plan. Put that there. You can use those. Take this plastic out. Loosen these up and get them out of the way. Okay. Let me see, I get one more of those. I think I got one more out there. here. This is my outdoor kitchen. Got a Kamado Joe here. Got a little pork loin on there cooking. A nice rainy, snowy day. Good to go ahead and I don't know that I have another one of those T-balls. I do, fortunately. So I have enough to get it done. But the countertop gave me, you know, a place to dump out all my stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's get the stuff on here. Get washers and nuts. Okay, so we'll go ahead and unscrew this. That part. Okay, take that out. And let's. Okay, everybody, I'm getting back at it again. I decided to move this down a little bit to get this battery. Probably put the battery in there like that, or I think I'm gonna flip it around, and it'll give me a place to put this battery. Yeah, I don't want it to hit my back though, but anyhow, that should be good. Put that right there. I don't want it. I don't want it to get in the way of these nuts though, but we'll figure it out. I mean, I think I can kind of leave it like that, you know. I think that would be good. Kind of put it in there like that. Okay. Okay. So. You go ahead and put the lock washer, nut, put this on here, put this on just a little bit, get started. What's the cross thread? There we go. Okay, get another one. It's too big. Two, three. There we go. Okay. Put this in here. Get those right. Okay, I'm gonna kind of line that up right center of that edge right there. Maybe you can see that on the camera. That's what I'm working on. What I'm trying to do. And then we'll get it. I don't even know why I'm worried about that until I get these two together. Guess I'll just tighten this down just a little bit. Where's my Allen key? Why do I lose stuff so much? Allen wrench. How about that? I'm gonna call it the right thing. Okay. Let's go and do the same thing over here. And we're out here at the edge. Get these bolts here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and order some more of these. Just have them on hand. You always need them. I'm lucky, as I say, I'm lucky. Every time I've done something, I've been lucky that I've had additional hardware. So, we're fortunate, let me put it that way. It's going to be a dead edge too. Probably. Like that. See where this one is. That's good. That's close enough, I think. Okay. The Allen wrench. Do it like that. Get this installed. I'm gonna kind of just tighten it, and I'll really crank it down here in a little bit once I get everything lined up. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put these nylon nuts on. They won't work loose. And I'll get my saws all out. Once I tighten these down, I'll cut the end of these bolts off. Okay, now where's my ratchet? I have it here. Don't have it over there. Get the football games on. Week 18, the last week of the season. I'm a Dolphin fan. We'll see how they do against the Bills tomorrow. Probably break my heart. But it's been an exciting season for them. We'll see. I mean, they'll still make the playoffs, but they seem to struggle beating a team with a winning record. So, they always, it's always tough. Them against Buffalo and New England or any team in the same division is always tough to beat. So we'll see. These bolts are extra long. As I was saying, I don't have a deep socket that size either. Maybe. Who knows? Where's my... I brought some over. Oh, well. Back on back this. Mount that reason. Tighten down. Maybe just have it over. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Fast forward to this. I'll do this. Okay, I'm on the opposite side now. I'm going to tighten it down. Go ahead and this side crank down. Okay. Now, get the nylon nuts. Put them on these bolts. And we're gonna cut them off. Snug everything down again, and we'll be ready to go. Boonedox landing gear will be installed. So I got these bolts tightened down, so now I'm going to get in here and snug up these set screws or set bolts, or probably there's a proper word for it, but okay. We'll get their term, but getting dark in here. Okay, Boonedox, other than cutting the bolts off, is installed. So I'm going to cut the bolts off. So now let's test. Let's test the Boonedox. There's the Boonedox. The landing gear itself, it's tight, but it goes in there. And what I do is lubricate it. Try to get some like clear film type grease, garage door grease or something. I don't know. I've tried a couple different ways. I have ground the this off a little bit. Just kind of grind down the edge, shave the edge down a little bit to make it looser. But it works. I mean, sometimes it's just a matter of holding it up properly. As you can see, you just kind of. But it works. And now put one on the other side. When you get to the boat ramp, you just grab her and lift it up. And put it underneath there. I might have to get like a lifting leash or something here to lift it. And then do the same thing on the other side and wheel one down there. Normally what happens when I gotta lift it is actually when I'm taking it out of water. So when it's on the truck, it's easy, but it's hanging off the, just slide it out, slide it off, and it's like this. Take a bungee, wrap around it so it stays there on both ends, and then you just get to the boat ramp, pull it down, we're on there, put the other side on, wheel it off the truck, and rock and roll. We were going down to the boat ramp, putting it in the water. So definitely well worth the investment. One of the best things I purchased for my kayak, or kayaks. So let's see, get some weight on her. So that's done. This can go back in here. I may end up gluing that in there. And then maybe I can cut that out or something. Then, like that. So yeah, gets all my cables out of the way. Let's see, put my I mean, some of these I don't know if they'll go in there like that. Has that? No, they won't. So, but definitely up here on the track. So the other thing good about the landing gear is these groovies. You have places, if you didn't have this rail, that's what I use on the back of the Old Town over there. That's what I put my rod holders on. So I just use the same rod holders, but you just do it like that. Good to go. Tighten her down. And you just throw your rod holder on there, or your camera mount. It's good to go. And then you just, when you release it, you got a little button in there, you just pull it out. But I mean, you can, feels like you can do so much with these things. I mean, if you troll, you can put it up there on your track. So, the ticket, old yak attack. So, but that's it. It looks like for the Boonedox, that's the end of the installation. I really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch it, and if you have any questions, just please don't feel free to make comments or suggestions, or if you've seen a different way to do it, makes it easier, please share it. And thanks for taking the time to watch this video. See ya.